Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for our fourth webinar in the Stronger Together series. I'm Jake Hopelson, Vice President of Corporate Accounts here at Mannington. Before we begin, I want to say, and I hope you and your families are all healthy and staying safe. As the United States continues to try to work and live somewhat normally during the ongoing pandemic, we at Mannington are focused on helping you and your businesses stay successful. With that in mind today, our topic is focused on some really great tools that Mannington has developed that will help you work with your customers, whether they're in the store or shopping virtually, or some combination of the two. These tools were developed based on feedback from consumers and retailers to help guide customers through their purchasing process and to help you close the sale. As we go through the presentation today, if you have any questions, please type them in the chat area and we will address as many as we can at the end of the presentation. So let's get started. It's my pleasure to introduce today's special guest. First up, we will have Lori Keith, Mannington Director of Residential Marketing, who will talk about, hi Lori, who will talk about samples and visualization tools. Next, we will hear from Danielle Jensen, Mannington's Residential Digital Marketing Manager, about consumer-focused content. And then Allison Bromwell, Mannington's Residential Marketing Communication, hi Allison, Automation Manager, and she will review some bonus tips for the salesperson, such as product knowledge resources. And finally, we did save the best for last, of course. We are honored today to have a retailer who is here with us today to share her experience with us about how she is successfully using some of these tools that we're going to talk about. We're excited to welcome Alicia McCormick from Garvey's Flooring America in Northumberland, Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, you're going to be able to hear her, which is a good thing, but you're not going to be able to see her because of her camera. But Alicia is with Garvey's Flooring America, and it's a family-owned and operated business founded in 1989. Alicia began her career in the flooring industry when joining the Garvey's team back in 2006. And the only thing she really knew at the time was that carpet is installed the fuzzy side up. Since then, she has attended countless vendor trainings, hours of sales trainings, and continues to follow the lead from her president and CEO, Tom Garvey. Alicia has successfully used the in-store virtual tools throughout this pandemic to stay engaged with her customers. All right, I know I love to talk, but you've heard enough from me. Let's get to the important stuff. I want to welcome back Lori Keith, our Director of Marketing, who will start things off. Lori?
Thank you, Jay. And I am going to share my screen here. Thank you. So thank you to everyone for taking the time to be with us today. I hope it'll be a useful way to spend the hour and that you'll leave with some excitement and the tools that we're going to show you. First, I'm going to begin by talking about the in-store samples that you see in our display. So on the back of every one of our samples in our displays is a full-size backer that covers the whole side of that sample. And we have a lot of different elements on here to help to tell the story of this floor. So first up is that the room scene shows the exact floor that's on that sample, which is a big deal, so that consumer understands what that floor looks like in a bigger area than just that 18 by 24 inch sample. Next up is that we have a number of icons that help to tell the durability story of each of our floors. We try to tell them in a way that with benefits that the consumer is looking for, like if the floor is waterproof and kid and pet friendly and easy to clean and maintain. Next, we give like a cheat sheet of the product story, where this is an example from one of our samples in the Adura selling solution, where in the Adura selling solution, we're selling 3 constructions and 1 display. And here we're telling really a cheat sheet, quick story about each of the constructions. So it's easy to help guide that consumer to understand which is the right construction of the floor that's best for her. Next up, we have really like this magical quadrant here that we show a QR code as well as a shortened URL to get to this floor on our website. So whether you use the QR code with your phone or if you just type in floors.com/, for example, this one is Parisian oak, that will take you right to that product page on our website where we you can do a number of the tools that we're going to talk through in the next few minutes. So now I'm gonna just pause for a minute and bring Alicia in. And Alicia, can you tell us what your thoughts are of the information that we have on our product backers?
Sure. Good morning, everybody. I have had great success with a couple things on these backers. The first thing is it's really nice to have samples that have the actual picture of the sample on the back. It's hard to explain to customers. We all know this. It's hard to explain to a customer that the picture room scene you're seeing on the back of the sample is actually not the color they're looking at. So for me, one of the best things is that it's the actual sample that I'm looking at on the back of the board. The second part of this is sometimes you get so jumbled or you're juggling so many things and you can't remember exactly the specs on the floor you're looking at. So as I'm showing this sample to customers, it's really great. I can look at the back of this and kind of point and go over the different things with the customer without missing a beat, without saying, hey, I need to go look this up. I'll be right back or anything like that. It's a cheat sheet for me while I'm on the floor selling to a customer. And I also have used these QR codes. I've actually had customers take pictures of them, the QR codes, and go home so that they can show their husband, they can show their mom before they make a decision. It's kind of a reminder of what they're looking at and to share with their friends and family when they're excited.
Fantastic. Good. Thank you. That you made a lot of really good points there, Alicia. Thank you. Great. So another benefit that we have also on our backers is specific again to some of our new introductions with the Adura Selling Solution. Specifically, some of our new introductions have painted bevels and some don't. So we do visually show what the difference is, just so that we're telling that proper story to that consumer. So next we're going to jump into our free consumer sample program. And, you know, just as Alicia and I have mentioned, that QR code and that shortened URL takes you right to the product page. So if you're talking to that consumer and the consumer would like to see what that sample looks like in her lighting, with her fabrics, with her and against her other floors, then that QR code or shortened URL will take you right to the point of the website to order the free samples. So what that does then is it allows the samples to stay in the display. So specific to the Adura Selling Solution, if she is interested in buying an Adura Max floor, but it's sampled in Adura Rigid, that's a perfect opportunity to say, hey, you know what, let me just order you a sample of this color in Adura Max and just ship it right to your home, or you can ship it to the store so that you have another touch point with your consumer. And another benefit is that it keeps the samples in the display, so that, because we know that if the sample is not in the display, then that color will never sell. So the consumer can keep that sample with them at all times. They don't have to return it. So with our consumer sample program, you can order up to 5 free samples at a time. So, you know, let her choose a couple colors and go ahead and place the order for her through our website. The samples that we sell, that we send, they are free. If they're a plank, they're the width times 12 inches. And if it's in our sheet vinyl, then it's 12 inches by 18 inches. So our goal here is to give that consumer confidence in the floor that they're going to buy. And we try to make our samples oversized so that to make sure she has plenty of area of that floor to understand what that floor will look like in her home. Another benefit of our consumer samples is that we tell a story on the back side with this sticker. So we tell the story in terms of icons, just to tell the benefits of that product. And at that point, we also encourage the consumer to use some of our visualization tools that we'll go through here in a minute. So how do you order a sample? So like we said, use that QR code or go to the shortened URL, or you can just browse to any of our product pages on our website. And you'll see at the bottom part of my screen here, there is a button that says order a sample. Once you click on that button, you'll see that it is added to your shopping cart. And the shopping cart will tell you that you've added one sample. You may add up to 4 more at no cost. So you can keep shopping and fill up the cart, or you can check out at that time. So whenever you're ordering these samples for your customers, one question that we ask as you're checking out is, are you requesting the sample on behalf of a client? Make sure that you're always to that question. That's very important so that we know who's ordering the samples. For consumers who place their own order, we do ask them to opt into our emails, and with that, we send them a series of emails to really try to engage with that consumer. The content that we send them is geared towards them. It's about them. It's not about us. So, here's a few examples where we ask them, what's your home style? And if they like the farmhouse style, then we give them examples of floors that can fit within that farmhouse style trend. We also share with them examples of other consumers who have installed our floors in their homes as well. Because we know that whenever consumers see our room scenes, they understand that that's really an advertisement. They want to know what the floors look like in other consumers' homes. So that's the type of content that we send them. With every email that we send, we do have a call to action to find a retailer so that they can find in their local area. So next, we're going to talk about what we call our visualization tools. So, just as our tagline says, begin to imagine, we want to give the consumer that ability to imagine what a Mannington floor looks like in their home. So we know that, it's really hard to visualize what our floors look like in an 18 by 24 inch sample. And we know that they want to, especially with the high-end purchase, they want to engage with the products to be able to really understand what that floor will look like. We like to do it with the #1 tool in their life, which is their cell phone. So if you have it with you now, then feel free to grab your phone and we're going to show you some of our tools. So first is floors.com/C. So it's all browser based. There's no apps, there's no downloads. You just go to this website on your phone, and what will come up will be an interactive room where you can really take a virtual walk on any of our floors. So any of our floors in the displays are included in this on this website. So here we are. This is an example of what it looks like. This is just a screenshot, but if you have your phone, it actually moves with you. We put the floors in this big room so that the consumer can understand what the scale of that floor is in a larger area. You can look down, you can look around, and here's an example of where we're looking down a little bit. And then if you change the color, then you can see how you can easily tell the difference between trying out our different floors. So just as we said, there's no apps, there's no downloads, it's just easy. You just go to that floors.com/C and it just works. So the next question we get is, how will this floor look in my own room? So the next thing we have is floors.com/my room. So this is an application where, again, it's not an application. It's just browser based, where you just go to floors.com/myroom, and you can take a photo on the fly, or you can upload an existing photo that could be on your phone. So here's an example of one of our latest room scenes, and you can see the original photo, which we shot, with an actual camera. It's an actual kitchen that was set up. And then we changed out the floor to give this kitchen a whole different look. So it really does make a difference and helps that consumer to understand what that floor will look like in her own home. And let me just stop for a second and say that, just as we've talked about, that QR code and that shortened URL take you right to the website where you can access these tools as well. You don't need to go to floors.com and /C and /myroom. You can just get to it right from that QR code. And again, no apps, no downloads. It's really just easy. So now I'm gonna stop for a second and bring Alicia back in and ask Alicia what her experience has been with using these visualization tools.
Okay, so I really have enjoyed these tools, since they started using the virtual rooms, since Mannington started using the virtual rooms. When the pandemic started and we were basically shut down, I did have an experience with a woman who wanted to replace her son's bathroom floor, but she did not want to come into the store. She was uncomfortable and wanted to just do it at home. So it was actually the trellis pattern that you just had on the screen, and she sent me a photo. She texted me a photo of her son's bathroom. I used the tools and put it in, screenshotted it, and sent it back to her. And she loved it. She thought it was one of the greatest things, and she never would have been able to pick without it. She was having a really hard time. The other thing is that a lot of people, new homeowners, younger couples, they don't take the time and they would rather use their phone. So when I show them the QR codes and that they can go right onto Mannington's website to see, they absolutely fall in love with that. And that's really how we hook them, is that they can do that on their own. They can play with it when they get home with different QR codes and different room scenes and the different tools. They love that. Very technologically savvy.
That's awesome. Thank you, Alicia. And you bring up great points there, and that was a great example. Especially with the times that we're in. McKinsey just came out with some research saying that 75% of consumers don't yet feel comfortable going into retail locations. So using these tools, just as Alicia has, is a great way to still interact with your customers in a virtual way where they don't have to come into the store. So you can use these tools with them, and just as Alicia did, have them send you a photo, and you use the My Room to decorate their room, and then take a screenshot of it and send it back to them, so then they don't have to do anything. Or if they are more technically savvy, then they can certainly use those tools themselves. And that's also a great option to layer in our free consumer samples that, again, if they don't feel comfortable coming into the showroom, then go ahead and send them, samples, and send them to their home, so then you can still work with them and sell to them without actually ever being in the same room with them. Thank you, Alicia. Those are great examples. So now we're going to talk about some other top tips that we have for our tools. So this is a tip that has come in from the field, that whenever the person in your store that goes out and measures that consumer's home, that's a great time to also use these tools. So they maybe at that time they didn't make a final decision, but while they're in their home, go ahead and have them take a couple photos, and then you can use those photos to show them what the floors can look like. That also gives you the opportunity for a few upgrades. So first is that we've added in the capability to now rotate the floors on a 45-degree angle in the My Room application. So, that can be an installation upgrade to install it on a diagonal. And it just really helps them to understand potentially what that floor can look like in their home. The next upgrade opportunity that we've added in is really a product and installation upgrade. So for hardwood and laminate floors only, due to fire code reasons, we've added the ability to add the hardwood and laminate floors to their walls. So while you're in there, and you take photos of their rooms, then you can show them what a floor could look like on their walls as well, which is a nice upgrade. So here, what I'm showing is the first room is our original room scene. The second one is showing one of our hardwood floors on the walls and one of our Duramax on the floor. And then the last room scene, I'm showing our new restoration anthology on a wall with our Duramax Napa on the floor. Great, thank you. Jay, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Great, Lori and Amanda, that was amazing. And it's amazing how much, how much we can really do to keep moving business forward, when customers really are not coming into the store. So I think those tools are great. And it was funny, like when you showed that QR codes, I'm not really a technology guy, but when you show those even on the presentation, I took my camera out and I put it on camera view and I flashed it and I did the QR code and all the information came up on the product that you were showing. So I think it's cool. And, the free samples are very important because customers may not want to take out samples, in the stores because they might think, there's something not going on with the virus. So these are all samples that, we clean and we send out. Nobody has touched them since we put them in the package. So a lot of great things. So excited about that. So great job, Lori and Amanda. And next, I want to turn it over to Danielle Jensen. Again, Danielle manages the social media and online content for Mannington Residential. And she's going to tell us how this consumer-focused content can work for you to assist you in selling efforts. Hi, Danielle.
Hello, thank you, Jay. So overall, our biggest goals with consumer-focused content is to really bridge the gap between the salesperson and consumer, and also to provide helpful content that will guide consumers to choose the right floors for them. And we know you all have a lot of information thrown at you every day, so we really aim to make it easy for you to direct your consumer to our website to find everything they need to know and to learn about our floors right in one place. All right. So I wanted to go over just our website and some areas in general where we have a lot of rich content that will help the consumer choose the best floor for them. So one of our most popular type of posts are our ultimate guides. So these are in-depth posts that we have for each flooring category, and in them we address commonly asked questions, we go over benefits and features of each type of floor, care and maintenance information, common misconceptions, and more. And these are really designed to help them understand which floor is best for them, and if they're not sure, helping them choose. And on our website, you can find these ultimate guides in our top navigation if you hover over each product category. So there's a screenshot there on the right just to show you where they're located. And then along with educational blog posts, we also have a variety of style-driven posts, which are really designed to help the consumer find inspiration. So on the screen here, I just have a couple examples of posts we've done in the past. So we often do product spotlights that highlight either a popular floor or a new intro. We'll do posts that highlight current trends, like in the middle, marble flooring, and also consumer-driven posts where we do a roundup of photos or quotes from Mannington customers who used our flooring, which our audience loves to see. And you can find our blog on our website if you go under the Inspiration and Tools area of the top navigation. And then another area of our site that has a lot of rich and helpful information are our product pages. So our goal with these was to lay out a lot of information in an easy to read and visual way. So on the screen here is the view you get when you first land on the page. So it leads with multiple product photos, easy to toggle swatches that will take you to other colors within the pattern, If it's an Endura product, you can click to the other constructions, and then you have buttons where you can quickly use our tools, like find a local store near them, use the My Room tool, which Lori went over, order a sample, or add to favorites. And then we have the product description just under that. So right when they first land on this page, they're getting a lot of key information that's really helpful to them. And then when you scroll down, you'll find icons that show the top benefits at a glance, which are some of the same icons that Lori went over on the backers earlier. And then are the product specs laid out there in the highlighted columns. And we also have a social media quote on every product page from actual Mannington customers, which just helps to provide a little bit of confidence and just a recommendation from peers. And lastly, we always have a relevant video on each product page, and also an area where we recommend up to 3 floors that are similar to color and style of the current floor they're viewing. And then also a fact about Mannington. And that's usually a community or family related little blurb just to help them to get to know us more and feel connected to our brand. So again, our biggest goal with a lot of areas of our website is just to bridge the gap between the salesperson and consumer, and just to overall provide content to help consumers choose the right floor for them, just in an easy to digest way. So Jay, I'm going to turn it back to you now.
Thanks a lot, Danielle. And now we are going to switch gears. And, first of all, I would like to say, I think it's great. We don't think about it, but salespeople have more than just our brand in their stores. So we need to make sure, Mannington needs to make sure that it's easy to access all of these details about Mannington products. So I think it was great with all the stuff that Danielle went over. So, and now we're going to move to someone who a lot of you who are listening are probably very familiar with, because she sends out lots of emails. And I know Alicia, who's our guest star today from Garvey's, I know she reads all of those emails, and I know she'll even talk about that. So Alicia, thank you for all that. But I want to turn it over to Allison Bromwell. Allison is the Marketing Communication Automation Manager here at Mannington, and she's going to give you some tips that will help salespeople when they need specific Mannington information. Allison?
Thanks, Jay. Yes, as much as we would love to think that Mannington is the only product in your store, we know that we're not. So we have created tools to help keep Mannington at your fingertips. And we have a site that I'm going to show you that is full of product knowledge details so that you can be the Mannington expert your customer expects you to be. So first is our PK site. So I'm going to ask you to bookmark this site. It is mannington.com/P like product, K as in knowledge, mannington.com/PK. This is where you're going to find all kinds of information. We have sell sheets out there, we have success sheets, we have PowerPoint presentations, we have videos, all kinds of great stuff that is out there that you can find right on that site. And the really great thing about this site is that there is no login needed. All you have to do is go to that link, again, mannington.com/PK, and you have exactly what you need. We also have PromoBox out there. PromoBox is a digital marketing platform that allows you to share Mannington content easily and quickly on your social media platforms. We did do a webinar a few weeks ago about PromoBox, so if you did not get a chance to attend and you're interested, please let me know. So every month, we as a manufacturer, as a brand, upload content into the PromoBox platform, and you are able to share that content directly on your social media platforms. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we cover that all. And the really nice thing about it is that it's completely customizable. So we have suggested comments to go along with the image. But if you want to change it, you certainly can. And this is all at no cost to the retailer. Mannington takes on the entire cost of the promo box platform. And we also have all of our images out on mannington.com/images. So they're all available for download for you. We have swatches, we have room scenes, we have propped images. Everything we have is out there, and retailers are free to use the images on the site for their own marketing. And now I want to talk through some tools for the retail sales associate. So we have the tools to help close the sale, and I know that Lori touched on them, but I'm going to touch on them one more time. So we have the free consumer samples, the visualization tools, and the detailed display backers. So again, we have free consumer samples, and we encourage our retailers to use the program. So they are oversized samples. Again, it's plank width times 12, and all the vinyl sheet samples are 12 by 18. So they're really good sizes. We see a lot of our competitors have sizes like 5 by 5 and 6 by 6. So these are much bigger than what our competitors offer. They're completely free. You can order up to 5 free samples for any customer at any time. Our shipping is also free. That's a benefit to the program. We do ship all of the samples from Georgia. So they typically will arrive within 5 to 7 business days, and all of the samples do ship via FedEx home. So I want to just touch on what Lori had touched on, and that's floors.com/C. Again, there's no apps, no downloads. It's all a web-based program. So you would go to floors.com/C on your smartphone or tablet. You choose the product type and select the pattern and color you'd like to view, and then you can change out the floors to find other options that your customers will love. This is a great opportunity when you are standing at the display to show what a multi-width plank product or a large pattern product looks like in a room. A lot of times when you have a smaller 24 by 24 sample, that's really hard to picture what it will look like in a whole room, and floors.com/C gives you the opportunity to show your customers exactly what a floor will look like in a room. We also have floors.com/myroom. Again, no apps, no downloads. This is all browser-based. You can upload any photo and switch out the floors to see exactly what the floor will look like in that room. So this is great if the consumer has a picture of the room that the floor is going in their home. They can see exactly what that floor will look like. And new for 2020, we do have some upgraded installation opportunities. So now you can see what the floor will look like at a 45-degree angle. So you'll see with Manor Bourbon, we have put it at a 45-degree angle, and it's absolutely stunning. And then just some other marketing tools that you have out there. We're going to go back to mannington.com/PK. If you haven't already bookmarked this site, this is where you want to start when you are looking for any marketing materials. And it is one easy to access place to find all of Mannington's marketing support. It's broken out by product line, so it's super easy to navigate, and there's absolutely no login needed. So you can find some of our details on our latest introductions. We have our videos out there. We have our trend videos, which were new for 2020. Sell sheets, spec sheets, warranty information, images of our displays, and there's so much more out there. So I just want to walk through some best demonstrated practices. The first one is bookmark the site on your computer as well as any device that you carry with you on the showroom floor. That way you won't need to remember the URL because it's already bookmarked for you. You'll be able to get to the information you need very quickly, and there's no login needed. So again, feel free to bookmark that site on your computer as well as any other device, an iPad or tablet, or even your phone that you might have with you on the showroom floor. There's also PDFs available with more product information, and you are welcome to download information about that specific product line and send that to a customer along with the quote. So you might include the quote and then also attach warranty information to give your customers a comfort level with the product, as well as cleaning and maintenance side so that they feel comfortable that they'll know how to take care of their floors. And then we also have a section for helpful tools on how to on selling Mannington products underneath of each product line. That includes how to use our digital tools, which we've walked through today. It has more information about the free sample program. Again, we've walked through that today, and a link to the image gallery. Now, the next thing I'm going to say is please sign up for our emails. If you are not hearing from Mannington on a regular basis, go to mannington.com/sign up. There is a form out there, and if you fill out that form and submit it, I'll get an email and I'll know to add you to our email list. So I send out emails regularly up to 3 times a week, and it is based on the product line that the retailer carries. So if you carry our Adora selling solution, you'll get emails about the Adora products. And that's because we want emails to be very relevant to what you sell. The emails are designed to be quick and informative. They're not very long, and they do come from Allison at Mannington. So just some best demonstrated practices with our emails. Make sure that your retail sales associates are also on our email list, so they're receiving the same information. They can also sign up at mannington.com/sign up, and I will get them enrolled on our email list. Open those emails on a regular basis and click on the links within the emails. A lot of times we link out to a place where you can find more information or a video, and it's always great content. And then if your retail sales associates aren't on our email list, make sure that you share the email content during team meetings. That's a great place to share what we're talking about, and we'll always have the latest content as part of our emails. So I'm going to ask you guys to take action now. If you haven't already, bookmark mannington.com/PK. Again, P as in product and K as in knowledge, mannington.com/PK. And sign up for our email list. There is just a quick form on mannington.com/sign up. And if you go out there and fill out the form, I get a notification, and then we'll get you on our email list so that you can see all that great content. And Alicia, before we move on, do you have any comments that you wanted to make either about the PK site or our emails?
I do really quickly. If you are not signed up for Allison's emails, you're really missing out. I love this feature. It is kind of a little blast each, every couple of days just to remind me about a certain product, or, I got one about samples not that long ago. Don't forget, you can order free samples. I think we get on the sales floor, we get so bogged down with so many different things, so many different products. It's nice to kind of be reminded, like, hey, we have this product. If you're looking for it, these are the features, the benefits. Here's what you need to remember. Here's what you need to look for. There's recent trends, different things that they just hit you with a little tiny reminder. It's not a long email, but it's something just to look at, to be narrowed down and reminded each day or every couple days from Mannington. So if you're not signed up, you should. You're really missing out.
Thanks, Alicia. And now I think that we do have some time for some questions and answers. So Jay is going to take it from here. If you have any questions, make sure and put them in the chat, and we will make sure to answer them.
Thank you, Allison. That was great. And Alicia, you are not only a retailer rock star, but just a rock star in I know Allison sends out a lot of emails, and they're really great information. So Alicia, thank you for first of all, for reading them, and for enjoying them also. We always talk about, why Mannington? And, Mannington, I hope you will see this in today's presentation that Lori and Danielle and Allison and Alicia talked about. Mannington is spending a lot of money on all these digital tools and these marketing tools. And we're doing it not for us. We're doing for all of you, our retailers, our Mannington independent specialty retailers, to help you close a sale with confidence. And there's a lot of cheaper brands out there, and they can't do this, and they're not doing it for you. But Mannington is putting our money into our retailers, because we know without our retailers, Mannington is not in business. And please remember this. I know price is important, but it's not just about price these days. We want to give you tools, and that's why some things aren't just, I know it's not just about price. So we're going to give you these tools so you could help close sales to your consumers and to give your consumers a better experience. And I think you'll be able to do that with Mannington. So I know our time is running short, and first of all, I want to thank all of our guests today, Lori, Danielle, and Allison with Mannington, and especially Alicia McCormick, Alicia with Garvey's Flooring up in Northumberland, Pennsylvania. Thank you very much for all the valuable insight that you gave to our retailers today. And I think it will be very useful, everyone on this call, to take and use some of these in your own situation. I know this. I always ask Allison, who works with me, I always ask her for information. And after the fifth or sixth time, she said, Jay, go to mannington.com/PK, and you can find out the answers for yourself. Not that Allison's a mean person, because she's not, but she just gets a little tired of me asking questions. So I go to this mannington.com/PK site almost every day. Everything is on there, and I always pat myself on the back because I don't have to bug Allison. So it's been great. And really, just to wrap things up, everybody on this call today, I want to thank you for your commitment to Mannington and to your customers. We hope, as I said at the beginning, that you are all staying safe and healthy. That's the most important thing, and that your business continues to thrive. I know business is good right now, and hopefully it's going to continue. We at Mannington are always here to help you in any way that we can. And we hope this webinar was a good way to spend some time this morning. And I want to say thank you and have a good rest of the week.
Great. And Allison, do we have any questions?
We do not.
Okay, good. I know one question that's come up in the past is, what is the cost of all these tools that we're offering? And just to reiterate it, we offer them for free. Just as Jay had said, really truly our goal is to enable you to sell Mannington floors. So please take advantage of these tools. We think that once you start using them, that you'll really see the value, and your customers will truly appreciate the high level of engaging sales experience that you're giving to them. So we hear feedback all the time from the field how much these tools really matter and really help to close the sale. So so they are free. They're just a part of, we want to support you, just as Jay had said. So just want to reiterate that. So thank you. So good.
Lori, thank you again, and thank you everyone. Be safe, be healthy, and thank you so much for being part of this. And please let us know if there's anything we can do. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.